Knew too young, she said, but her hand didn't let go of mine. I tried to pull away slowly, not dramatic, not rude. Her fingers tightened instead. Then it happened. The door locked. A small sound, a huge meaning. I stared at the tiny orange light on the door panel, and I realized instantly this wasn't a mistake. She didn't lock the door because she wanted control. She locked it because she was scared that if I got out, she'd follow. And in that moment I knew whatever happened next would change the way I remembered her forever. My name is Evan. I'm 26. The kind of 26 where people still call you kid while expecting you to do adult work and never complain about it. I'm not reckless. I don't chase trouble. I don't chase women who can ruin my career with one sentence. But that was before Mira Caldwell. Before she stepped into our office like the building belonged to her. And before my common sense started losing arguments. They said she was transferred from headquarters. A fixer, a closer, a temporary manager who made permanent changes. Mira didn't smile much. She didn't talk just to fill the air. She looked at people like she could see the decisions they were going to make before they made them. When she introduced herself, the room became quieter without anyone meaning it. Then her eyes found me. Not flirtatious, not friendly, focused. Like I was a detail that didn't belong on the page, and she needed to decide what to do with it. It started with a printer jam. I was crouched down, hands stained with ink, trying not to swear. A shadow fell over me. Her voice came calm, almost amused. "Do you always fight office equipment?" she asked. "Or is today special?" I stood too fast and hit my shoulder on the machine. "I usually win," I said. I expected her to walk away. Instead, she knelt beside me, close enough that I smelled something clean and expensive on her, like soap and rain. Her eyes flicked to my knuckle. A small cut. Blood. She reached into her bag and pulled out a bandage and antiseptic wipe, like she carried them for emergencies, or for people. "Hold still," she said. I should have said no, but when her fingers touched mine, my thoughts scattered. She cleaned the cut with quiet precision. Then she said, almost like a warning she hated giving, "You're very young." I tried to joke. "So I've been told." She looked at me, and the expression in her eyes wasn't desire. It was recognition. Like she'd seen this mistake before, and she didn't trust herself around it. 2 days later, she called me into her office. She didn't tell me to sit. She stood by the window, rain lines sliding down the glass. "Evan," she said, "I want to be clear." My stomach tightened. "Yes?" "I don't tolerate confusion." "What kind of confusion?" Her gaze held mine. Then she said it. "Do not look at me like that again." My face burned. I wasn't... She lifted a hand to stop me. Not angry, just firm. "I'm not accusing you," she said quietly. "I'm warning you." Warning me from what? From her? From myself? I nodded. Understood. But when I walked out, I realized something worse than any reprimand. She noticed. She had been noticing. 2 weeks later, we had a client dinner. The kind of evening where everyone pretends they're relaxed. Mira arrived late. When she walked in, conversations softened. She carried herself like a closed door. Polite. Untouchable. Then a client's wife stumbled during a laugh. Red wine spilled straight across Mira's blouse. The room froze. People waited for her to react. Mira looked down at the stain like it was information. Then she lifted her head and looked at me, not at anyone else. "Evan," she said calmly, "can you drive?" I blinked. "Yes." "I need to leave. Now." Whispers started instantly, but she didn't care. And I realized Mira wasn't afraid of public embarrassment. She was afraid of losing control over whatever was building inside her. Her car was parked under a flickering street lamp. Inside, the world became small. Dashboard glow, rain on glass. Quiet. She gave me her address in a voice too steady. I drove. For a while, neither of us spoke. Just the wipers. At a red light, she finally said, "You didn't have to come." "You asked," I replied. "I know," she whispered. "I shouldn't have." Then she said, "Tell me something, Evan." "Okay." "Do you always do what you're told?" The question felt like a door opening. "I try," I said carefully. "Don't," she said. "Not with me." My throat tightened. What does that mean? She looked out the window. "It means if you make a mistake," she said, "don't make it because I ordered you." We reached a darker stretch of road. No storefronts, no people. Just wet asphalt reflecting neon. Mira exhaled slowly. "Evan," she said, "I'm going to say something, and you're going to pretend you didn't hear it." My hands tightened on the wheel. "Okay." Her voice dropped. "You make it difficult to be who I'm supposed to be." My heart slammed. "I'm sorry," I whispered. "No," she said quickly. "Don't." She swallowed. "I'm not asking for comfort." I surprised myself. "I'm offering honesty." She turned toward me, eyes sharper now. "Honesty is dangerous," she said. "Then why are you doing this?" I asked. She looked away. Because for 1 second, her control slipped. And she said the truth. "Because I don't trust myself right now." We stopped at another red light. The city outside looked smeared by rain. Mira shifted in her seat. Then her hand moved across the center console. Slow, like she could still stop herself. Her fingers touched mine. Electric. "You're too young," she whispered. But she didn't let go. I turned slightly. "Mira." I tried to pull away a little, giving her an exit. Her grip tightened. And then the door locked. The orange light blinked on. I stared at it, then at her. "Mira, what are you doing?" Her voice cracked. "Making sure you don't run." My breath caught. "Why would I run?" She whispered, "Because you're smart, and you should." I stared forward. Rain hammered the roof. "Mira," I said quietly, "unlock it." She flinched. "I can't," she said. "If I unlock it, you'll leave. And if you leave, I'll do something worse later." That scared me. Not because I thought she'd hurt me, because I realized she meant she'd hurt herself,
with her own choices. I kept my voice steady. Tell me what's going on. Silence. Then, I'm married, she said. The words hit the air like glass breaking. I swallowed hard. You're married? Legally, she whispered. Not emotionally. My chest tightened. Why are you here? I transferred, she said, to disappear for a while. And then I met you. The light turned green, but I didn't drive. I just sat there, foot on the brake, heart racing. Mira, I whispered, this can destroy you. Her eyes flashed. It already did, she said, long before you. I took a breath. Then I said carefully, unlock the door. She looked at me like I'd rejected her. I softened my voice. I'm not leaving, I said. I'm asking you to choose this with the door unlocked. A long silence. Her hand trembled. Then, unlocked. The orange light went off. I didn't move. I didn't reach for her. I just stayed. And the relief on her face was devastating, like she expected me to take what she hadn't truly offered. She whispered, why aren't you leaving? I answered, honestly, because I want you, I said, but I don't want to ruin you. Her lips trembled. You can't have one without the other, she whispered. I can try, I said. She leaned closer, forehead almost to mine, breath shaking.
I haven't been touched in a long time, she confessed. My heart clenched. I whispered, then don't let loneliness choose for you. A phone buzz shattered the moment. Her phone. The screen lit up. Calling Harris, her husband. Mira went still. The phone buzzed again. I pulled back immediately. He never calls this late, she whispered. My throat tightened. Answer it, I said. I can't, she whispered. He'll hear. Hear what? My breathing? The guilt? The call stopped. A text appeared instantly. Where are you? Mira's hands started shaking, and I realized again. She didn't lock the door to trap me. She locked it to trap the part of herself that wanted to run into me and forget the rest of her life. I took a slow breath. Mira, I said gently, we're not doing this like that. She blinked at me. We're not becoming a secret you hate yourself for, I continued. Tears finally slipped down her cheeks. I didn't plan this, she whispered. I know, I said. That's why it's dangerous. I nodded toward her phone. Text him. Tell him you're safe. She hesitated, breath trembling. Then she typed, I'm safe. I needed space tonight. I'll explain tomorrow. She stared at the message, then hit send. Her shoulders dropped. One long exhale. She whispered, now what? I looked at her. Now we go somewhere with lights, I said. Coffee, people, reality. She let out a broken laugh. Coffee, she repeated like a lifeline. Yes, I said. Coffee. And tomorrow, I added softly, you decide what kind of life you want, without me stealing the choice from you.
We sat in a quiet diner. Harsh lights made everything look honest. Mira wrapped her hands around the coffee cup like warmth could keep her from falling apart. Then she whispered again, almost automatically, "You're too young." I nodded. "I know." "And I'm too complicated," she said. "I know that too." She met my eyes. "Then why are you still here?" I answered softly. "Because you've been alone for a long time," I said. "And I don't want loneliness to be the thing that decides your future." Her lips trembled. A tear fell. Then she asked in the smallest voice, "If I do the right thing tomorrow, will you hate me?" My chest tightened. "No," I said. "I'll respect you." She stared at me. "And if I do the wrong thing?" I looked down at my hands, then back up. "Then I'll be the mistake you remember," I said quietly. "Not the love you deserve." She reached across the table, not to hold my hand, just to touch my knuckles. Gentle, unlocked, free.
And for the first time that night, it didn't feel like we were ruining something. It felt like we were trying to save it. End.